Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, what I want to talk to you tonight is our understanding of what religion is will have impact on so many things we do. Okay? The way we try to parent our children, the way we try to set priorities in our own life, the way we try to assess our religious and spiritual success in life, the way we look at the world, the way we look at other people. A lot of this are impacted by what we think real religion is. Now tonight, I want to argue that a lot of us have an inaccurate idea of what religion is. And as a result of that, what we're trying to give to our children is not what will actually help them. The priorities we have our own life may not be the real priorities. The way we try to assess ourselves may not be the real things, the highest priorities. Our emphasis, our focus on the nights of Qadr may be on things which are not that important. خب. See, the way we, when I say we, I mean a lot of us, most of us. And by the way, there's no attack in this. There's no blaming. There's no judgment. None at all. We'll try to learn where we have gone wrong or where we can improve, right? So there's really no blame because we did our best. But I feel like the way a lot of us learned about religion, there was emphasis on certain things, like these are certain things you have to believe in. So that was a huge part of it, right? So you have to believe in this sentence, you have to believe in that sentence, you have to believe in this, in that, okay? So there was like a list of sentences that we had to believe in. Another thing was like that there are certain stories that you have to care about, right? So certain sentences to believe in. There's a God. He's loving. There's afterlife. There's heaven. There's hell. There are angels. Believe in them, right? And then there are certain stories, care about them. There's a story of Prophet Adam. Care about him. There's a story of Prophet Idris. Read it. There's a story of Prophet Ibrahim. Habil. Qabil. These are stories, right? So they added these sentences to us. They added these stories to us. There are certain actions you have to do, right? In the morning you have to wake up, get some water, put it on your face, put some water on your hands, and then do this, get up, go down, do sajda, right? So certain sentences to believe in, certain stories to care about, certain actions you have to do, certain people you have to love. I mean, there's a person, for example, called Ali alayhi salam, you have to love him. There's a person called Hussein alayhi salam, you have to love him. What? This was what they gave us, and they were like, now the mission is complete. An empty person has gone into the device, and out has come a religious person, voila, right? And it came with certain things as well. Now, because you're religious, you're going to be saying Alhamdulillah, you're going to be saying Inshallah, you think you believe it, you call yourself something, I'm a Muslim, I'm Sunni, I'm Shi'i, you put on yourself a label, and you know, it was a whole package, right? And then they said, see, this is it, this is what God expects of you, this is what religion is, do this, Bismillah, go for it. 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, this is the direction, go. And then when we got married, we had children, or when we had a madrasa and we wanted to help other children, we're like, okay, what did they give me? What does it mean to be a Muslim? A Muslim means to know these sentences. Masalan, there is a God, there is a hereafter, God is just. Masalan, God is all-knowing, God is all-powerful. You have to, so these sentences, stories. There's Habil, there's Qabil, there's Ibrahim, there's Yunus, there's Idris, there's this. Okay. So we're like, oh, this is what they gave me as religion. So now, if I want to have a religious child, okay, let's force this onto them. Let's create a package, give it to them. Right? For example, now look at most of these religious books we write for children. What is it? It's a story of a prophet. Oh, this is what happened to this prophet. He went here, he did this, he created a ship. Then, for example, water came up and he had one animal, a pair of each animal. They went on the ship, right? And they went. And your soul says, oh, now I know, for example, Nuh. And we think, oh, we have a religious child now, right? Or we tell our child, baby, Aziza, there is a God. God is all powerful. God is all knowing. And it's all that God is all powerful. God is all knowing. Well done. We have a religious child. We've created another one, right? From the place where we're standing, it all makes sense. This is what they gave us as religion, and we're trying to fabricate it on the next generation, right? But the problem with this is that everything here is external. Everything here is detached from who you are inside. What do I mean by that? I mean that you can believe in all of these sentences. There is a God, there is a hereafter, there is hell, there are angels, there's prophets. You can believe in all of that in this way. You can know the stories of all the prophets better than I know, and at the same time, be an angry person. Be a judgmental person. Abuse your wife. Break your husband's heart. Hurt your children. Abuse your children. Right? And for us, we don't get shocked. Yeah, that's natural. This person is religious. They just have an issue. They just have a problem. Right? We don't feel like this doesn't make sense. No. This is very natural. Yes. You can be a religious person and then hurt people, abuse people, lie to people. Go marry someone and then leave them. Marry someone and then cheat on them. Lie to them, break their hearts, abuse them, do this, do that. No, this is just okay. As long as you believe in these sentences that there is a hereafter, there is a hell, there is a death. As long as you know all your prophets, you're fine. As long as you're praying, as long as you're fasting, you're fine. Right? But what we don't realize is that all of these things are external. You can be a totally cruel, angry, jealous person inside and still believe in all of that, right? So it seems like we have mistaken real growth, which can only take place inside, with certain things outside which were meant to help create that change. We have made a mistake, right? We've made a mistake with what was the goal. The goal was for you, for me, to become a better person. And that can only happen inside me. No matter how many sentences I believe in, as long as I'm angry to my wife, as long as I hurt my children, it means nothing. As long as my life hasn't changed one bit, no matter what you put on top of me, you put all the beliefs in the world, all the stories in the world on top of me. Make me get up, go down, bow, pray, fast. If I do all of that, but it's still inside, nothing has changed. What's the point of it? Right? So far we've said what? We've said two things. The understanding you have of religion impacts so many things in your life. The way you assess yourself, the way you parent your children, the way you pass on children, the way you so many things. Now, second thing, it seems as if the understanding we have of religion is one in which you can have the whole package and not change one bit. It allows for that. Yani you can check all the boxes, believes in everything, check. Prays, check. Fasts, check. Knows the Quran, check. And at the same time, haven't even taken one step internally towards growth, towards becoming a better person, towards becoming softer, calmer, nicer, more honest, more genuine, more real. It's possible. It's possible. Just look at the Muslim world. You have teachers of Quran who abuse people. Right? You have Hafiz of Quran who hasn't changed one bit. There's not even a small bit of mercy in them. Why is that? Because we got deceived with labels, with external things. We thought that the external thing is the important. Masalan, Quran says belief in God, belief in hereafter is important. We forgot that, Baba, this belief in hereafter means that you inside, something changes inside you. You see the world differently. You see how great you are. You see your soul is so important that it's impossible for it to end with your physical death. You see how precious you are and what you can achieve. And as a result of that, in your decisions, you reflect that, right? Yani, a real belief in the hereafter means that next time I want to break your heart, I'll be like, no. Because I know what is the outcome of breaking a heart on my own afterlife. Yani, if the real belief in afterlife takes place inside, it's not a sentence you memorize. The real belief in God's forgiveness is not something I just say, Ya Ghaffar, Ya Ghaffar. Say that 1,000,000 times. As long as when your child comes to apologize to you and you don't forgive them, or at least you don't even try, you don't take one step towards becoming a Ghaffar yourself, that is not yours. That belief is not yours. It's not even a belief. It's a sentence that you've been force-fed, right? What is the alternative, right? Because so far it seems what religion has done to us is that it's just given us a few things to add to ourselves. The real approach that what we should now turn to, because I'm not just saying what's wrong, we've also been talking about what's right. See, all of these things, Quran, prophets, all of them have come not to make you do anything, not to force things on you. No. To make you from inside realize certain things, remember certain things. Right? The Prophet itself, he has said this. The Quran, God in the Quran has so many times it said, we didn't send the Prophet to make you remember a list or do certain things. No. We've sent all of this to you maybe as a result of thinking about this, something inside you changes. Something inside you wakes up, right? The ultimate thing is inside. How do you feel? Now, I want to give you a few examples so you know what I'm talking about. See, in your life, however old you are, the older you are, the chances for this happening are more. You must remember, or at least once in your life must have happened when you felt something inside. Let's say you've been praying the whole year, you prayed for 10, 15 years, nothing, you didn't do anything. But in 1 year, there's something happened inside you. For whatever reason. Masalan, maybe you went on Hajj, maybe you went for a ziyarah, maybe it was a month of Ramadan, maybe you sacrificed for something for someone. Suddenly you felt like, ooh, I feel a little bit different. Something inside me is changing. I feel as if I'm living life at a different frequency. Masalan, I'm more alert now. Right? Masalan, before I would wake up, do this, do that, whatever I wanted to. I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that, I would do that. But now I'm like, oh, no. Wow, I'm a soul. It's important. I need to be careful. And then maybe sometimes you even felt a connection to God. Oh, wow. I can get connected to God. Masalan, maybe it was, as I said, in Hajj. Maybe it was for everyone happens at a different time. For some people, to be honest with you, even happens after a difficult time. A lot of people after a loss, they feel like that. They were so used to life in this world, etc. Life had a routine. Suddenly they went experience through a difficult time, maybe a loss of someone, a suffering, something, and suddenly something in them changed, right? They woke up. A lot in Islamic spirituality, they say yaqdh. They woke up to this reality that there's more to this life than they were experiencing before. That there's more to them than they were thinking, right? Masalan, like how, you know how, for example, when we're an adult, as an adult, we compare ourselves to our childhood, and we're like, oh wow, I'm aware of so much more. Masalan, as a child, I didn't know what responsibility is. I didn't know what, so many things about life, what success, responsibility, love, passion, career. I didn't know any of that as a child. Now, in the same way that when you go from a child to an adult, you learn so much more about yourself and universe and all of that. As an adult as well, sometimes you go to a level of, we call it the spiritual maturity. Right? Spiritual maturity. Because if you look at the Quran, maturity is not when your body hits puberty. No, a lot of people could hit puberty, but spiritually they may not be mature yet. Spiritual puberty, spiritual maturity takes place when you go one level higher, like, oh wow, there's more to this life. You know? Masalan, you like, when you realize, there are so many things you realize, you're like, you know what? Life makes sense to me. I feel a connection to some higher thing. Something like that. It starts inside you. Oh, if this is there, then perfect. If this is not there, no matter what they give us from the outside, it's not going to help us much. And according to the Quran, all the prophets, all the scriptures, all the imams, everyone came so that this thing inside you starts asking questions, start becoming curious, starts waking up, and you take care of it, and you grow this, and you go higher. Right? In other words, everything in this world, it can only help us as long as it changes something inside us. As long as this change hasn't happened, everything else is useless. Right? Now, you can get a human being to do whatever you want. Maybe you can get a insan to pray. But is that growth? Quran says no. If, for example, you're praying, but you have a certain quality, Quran says, woe to you. If you're praying, but you're not helping others, Quran says, Baba, I don't want this. The prayer came to change something inside you. Again, it didn't came to force you to help others. No. Prayer came to wake you up, show to you who you are, remind you of how much you love mercy. I don't love mercy. Okay, that means that it hasn't worked yet. Right? That's exactly what I'm saying. As long as it's external, as long as we don't realize that all of this came to change something inside us, we're not going to get anywhere. But Quran says, see, baby, I told you to pray so that you slowly realize who you are. You realize, Baba, I love mercy. I love being kind. So that's that. So prayer, all of this have come for us to change something inside us. Now, as I said, you can't force a person to pray. We can look around us and see so many parents forcing their children to pray. The parents themselves, someone forced them to pray, right? But the spiritual teachers say, you know what is that like? That's like you have, for example, a stone and you throw the stone up, right? Yani, if you have a stone, you can force it to go up. You put some energy and say, go up. You see? Some energy. The thing itself is not going up. You put force behind it, go up. You can always do this to a stone, to an object. Right? You force it. But as soon as the force goes, what happened? Bing, comes down. Oh, so force your child to pray. Yes, you feel like it's going up. But then as soon as the force goes, comes down. Right? So Quran says, baby, you can't force anything on yourself. Force it. It doesn't work. Yes, you may get yourself to do certain things. But when the time comes, you're going to fall. What should we be like instead? It says, baby, you're not a stone. You're not an object. You can't be forced. You're like a beautiful tree. Oh, a tree, you don't need to force it to go up. All you need to do is give it some water. Give it some sun and wait for it to slowly come out of the ground, and it will go high itself. Right? That's what we are. So think of these two examples. An object like stone that you feel like the only way it can go up is to force it up, put some force behind it, throw it up. This is the way a lot of us were following religion. Oh, baby, you have to believe there is a God. Whether you feel it inside or not, God is loving. Whether you feel it inside or not, there is an afterlife. Whether you believe it or not. نمیدونم care about Habil and Qabil, care about Nuh, care about Idris, whether you know why or not. You're a child, love Imam Hussein, whether you know why or not. They force it on you. Or another type in which it says, baby, no matter what I do, I cannot make you go up. Only you can do that. Even Prophet can't do that, right? We have to get the story of Prophet Nuh and his son. Even a prophet couldn't get his own son to grow. Because it's at the end of the day, it's up to you. All of the prophets, scriptures have come to create the environment in which something inside you wakes up, learns that you are way bigger than the life of this world, so you take care of yourself and you grow. Oh, like a tree. I'm not going to force you. I can just give you what you need. I can give you water, I can give you sun, and then it's up to you. If you can grow, and without any force, you will grow and go high on your own accord. And a tree, when a tree goes high, a tree will never come down. It's not like a stone. Stone, throw it up, will come down. But a tree, when a tree goes up, it will never come down. Right? So, let's recap what we're saying. Everything in this religion, all the prophets, all the scriptures, every single thing in this world, in fact, as we discussed earlier on today, in the banter, every single thing that happens to you in your life, the smallest things, what your neighbor tells you, when you wake up in the morning, the dream you watch, everything that happens in your life are signs there from God for you to slowly wake up and start asking questions and realizing certain things. Oh, maybe there is more to me than I think. Maybe I am. Maybe there is more to this world than just, study, get a job, get married, have children, and then die. No, maybe there is more to me. Oh, it just wants to get you to start asking this question, get you to start getting curious. And then from that, it slowly tries to build up on that. Oh, مثلا it tells you, baby, you as a soul, you will never be satisfied with what is in this world. You always want more. And that's not a bad thing. That's one of the most beautiful things about you. You want everything. You don't want more. You want it all. Look around in this world. Go and explore. Do you think this need you have inside for all? You want everything. Right? Let's say, masalan, isn't it nice to have a loving partner? Well, isn't it nice if they had more love? You say, yes, I want more. And then slowly tries to get you to think, baby, you don't want more. You want it all. You want all the beauty. You want all the knowledge. You want all the peace. And that's great about you. Go explore. Bismillah, go and explore. Right? So, masalan, God may put success in your life. You go and explore and succeed. You succeed, a good career or a job. And says, oh, go, follow. Come on, more. Go for more. God will help you succeed. Wow, beautiful, more. And then, why? Because God wants something inside you to wake up. Masalan, you go 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. I want more, but now I'm looking at this world, it seems like it'll never be enough. And then God will be like, yes, yes, we got him to feel this. The sheikhs and the minbar, the books had told him, baby, this world will be never enough for you. But that was external. He hadn't felt it. It was useless. He had to go out there, or she had to go out there, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, become successful, go up the climb. And he climbed that ladder in the hierarchy, promotion, 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 promotion. Maybe one day, after all of that success, he looks around in the world and says, you know what, I became the CEO, but still it doesn't feel good. God says, yes, that's what we wanted. This small thing inside, that maybe this world is not enough. That's the first sign that you're starting to realize how great your soul is, how important you are, how big you are, how special you are, that you're so special that you can, after years and years of success, becoming the most successful CEO in the world, you look and say, I feel like this is not enough. Oh, this is not enough for you. What are you on about? Yeah, I feel like I'm greater than all of this. I want more, right? That's what we're talking about. All of these religion, everything has come to make something like that wake up in you. That's one way. For every person, God has a different way. For someone, it could be, you know what? You want love. Yes? Imagine religion, all of that coming to tell you, oh, you have to fall in love with God. God is the ultimate love. All of the people in this world. I mean, all of that is external. It means nothing to me. Look at a teenager or a person in their 20s who's fallen in love. No matter what you tell them, God is loving all of the person in your life. You have to love them. It means that you love God. God is the source of all of love. All of that means nothing to them. Why? Because it's not their internal. It hasn't grown from themselves. You're trying to put things from outside. And from the outside, you can only give reminders. You can't force a person to accept anything. This person, how can they grow? There are so many different ways in this world. Maybe what happens is that they fall in love with someone and God actually encourages them. Oh, you love this person? Come on, love them. Baby, if you want to start playing the love game, don't you dare play it like, with half of your energy. Go for it. Love them as hard as you can, right? Go play it. Love them. And this person they love each other, and then something happens, God forbid. Or maybe, and I'm saying there are so many routes, right? There are so many routes in which something inside us can happen. Or maybe one route is the person, it doesn't work out. One of them breaks the heart of the other one. And then this oh my God, I showed all of this love to you and you break my heart? How is that possible? The person goes through a whole crisis. Come on, 10 years of loyalty, 10 years of love. I poured everything I had over you and you cheated on me or you broke my heart. And the person starts asking questions. Damn it, what's happening? They feel like the world as they understood it is no longer there. Everything is changed. And they go and they think and they're like, all of this love, how is this happening? I poured all of this love, loyalty, damn it. And they're like, now I want to love something that would never betray me. Okay, is there something like that? No, you know what? There's no love in this world. I've seen so many people like that. After a few heartbreaks, they're like, you know what? Love is overrated. Damn it, I'm no longer going to fall in love. God says, okay, you were getting close, but now you started another game, right? You tried love. You got heartbroken. Now, instead of changing the object of your life and thinking, oh, maybe there's another love, you say, okay, screw love. God says, okay, you want to play that game? Bismillah, play that game. Go all the way in. You say love is overrated. Okay, now become cold. Create barriers. Never allow anyone to come close to you. Okay, play that game. Keep people out of your life. Keep people at a distance. Be cold to them. Now, play that game. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Focus on your career, right? Never allow anyone to become close to you. Go all the way. Play that game. Play that game. And then what happens? 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years down the road, you realize, okay, now no one's breaking my heart. I didn't allow anyone to come close enough to break my heart. In that way, I'm safe. But damn it, who's there to love me? I want love. I feel lonely. I want something. So I want love, but I don't want a love that breaks my heart. Right? Okay. Now we have something to work with. Right? Now slowly, something out of that may grow. That, okay, maybe, is there in this world a love that wouldn't betray, a love that always there. Now from there, maybe that person can get somewhere. Do you see what I'm talking about? As long as inside these things don't happen to you, nothing else means anything. Baby, you can be a lecturer, you can teach, you can even teach others about God's love, you can teach others about self-knowledge, all of that. But as long as inside you don't feel it, what's the point? What's the point? That's what I'm talking about. Everything in this life, your own experiences, the people around you, the prophets, scriptures, religion, all of this came so that maybe something inside you wakes up. Something inside you wakes up, you realize, ooh, I'm important, I'm big. Or whatever way you wake up. And then they're like, okay, now let's grow this. Hope this is the real religion. This is real growth. It happens inside. You can't force it on other people. Prophet Nuh couldn't even get his son to do this. Right? You have to be a gardener. Hope? And so do you see how different this is to the way we do religion? Right? The way we do religion is we force external things on people. Now, what is the problem with that one? The problem with the approach that people usually have is that it's so deceiving. It's so deceiving. Why? I'm not saying you deceive others. No, worse than that. You deceive yourself. Why? Because you're like, oh, baby, I'm a Muslim. I have religion. I'm praying. And you feel like you've got it. You're doing what you're meant to do for your growth. Only later on to realize, damn it, it was all a game. It was all words. It didn't mean anything. You know what I mean? You can trick yourself. You can deceive yourself. And again, I'm saying this is no one's fault. We're not attacking anyone. We're not blaming anyone. We've just got it wrong. Oh? And our Ahl Bayt, the prophets, kept trying to wake us up. How many hadiths do we have? Oh, don't look at people's prayer if you want to see if they're a good person or not. See if they're honest or not. If they, why? There's a hadith, so many hadiths. If you want to see if a person is good or not, don't look if it's on how long is their prayer, what's it. No. See if they're honest or not. Why? Because, baby, prayer is an external thing. You can be whatever you are inside, but still do it. But with honesty, you can't fake it. Honesty is the natural fruit of inner growth. Right? You can't force honesty on yourself. You can't. Why? Because when the moment comes, when you see that if you lie, for example, life to you, like according to you, things will get better, why wouldn't you lie? Hope you will lie. Especially when the stakes are high. It requires a lot of inner change. You must have seen so many things in life to have finally come at this conclusion that no, honesty is better. Huh? So see, honesty requires inner change. Or for example, softness. Myself, we have so many hadiths. If you want to see if a person is religious or not, look if they're soft or not. Because softness is not something you can force on yourself. No, it requires a real inner change. Right? خب پس یعنی our Ahl Bayt have told us at the end of the day, if you changed inside, you've got it. If you didn't change, no matter what you do, what you say, what you believe in, it's not going to help you. And if you think it's going to help you, it's so bad because now you think you've got it, so you won't spend time on changing inside. Right? Masalan, I've said, so many of us, if we were never told about religion, we would have found God by now. Believe me, so many of us, if they hadn't given us religion, by now we had found God. But unfortunately, what happened is that they told you, focus on these things, which no matter, even if you focus on them for 100 years, you'll never get to God. So, because you think this is the address to God, you're never supposed to explore other areas. Right? Let me give you this example. I use this analogy to explain what I'm saying. Imagine you're in a room, in a very large, dark room, and you want to get out. Oh, there's only one door. You're in a very large, dark room. You want to get out. There is a door, but you can't see where the door is. Oh, now think of it like this world. We're in this world. They tell us there is a God. We haven't felt him. They told us, Insan, there's more to you. Hope I've never felt that. You're telling me I'm greater than this universe? Well, mate, I don't think so. Right? None of us feel so. We're letting our life go for the smallest things. Look at us. What are we wasting our life for? For some small things. Masalan, Jawad, be nice to yourself. Why should I be nice to yourself? I'm not worth it. Jawad, do you know who you are? You're أتحسب أنك جرم صغير وفيك انطوى العالم الأكبر. A greater universe is within you. Like, okay, Sheikh. Again, okay. I don't feel it, right? So we're in this world. They tell us certain things. Oh, there is a God. There's love, unconditional love. I'm greater. There is peace. All of that. I've never seen that. So it's as if we're in a dark room, trapped. We can't see. We can't see we're greater. We can't see God. And then someone comes and says, there is a way out. You can experience all of those things. You can reach a level where you see who you are. You can see God. You can have unconditional love, unconditional peace. Like, okay, that's great. I want it, you say. And then you're in this dark room. Imagine, they said, if you want to experience all of that, you want to have all of that? Yes, go that way. So, you're in this dark room, they tell you, baby, you're in this dark room, trapped, you can't see anything, you're scared, you're painful, there's a way out. The door is to your right. And you go and you hit walls. You keep hitting walls. Damn it, where is this door? Where is this door? You keep hitting the wall. Baby, they told me there's a way out of this darkness room. They told me I'm scared. I want to see the light. I'm tired of this, man. I want to get out. They say, yes, it's there. It's to your right. And you keep going to your right, it's a wall. You keep hitting the wall. You keep hitting the wall. They say, you know what? Maybe you're not doing it right. Try with more sincerity. Try it harder. Try it longer. Try it on the night of Qadr. Try it in the middle of Sha'ban. Just try it. Come on, try it. And you're like, Baba, I'm hitting the wall. There's nothing here. No, try it a little bit more. Maybe try it for 30 years. Maybe for 50 years. Maybe for 60 years. Dude, I'm 70. I'm dying. I never felt God. No, keep doing it. And then, by the way, tell your children to do the same thing as well. Like, maybe I've never felt God. Should I tell my children to do the same thing? Yes, please do that. So they're giving us an address and they keep try. And none of us were getting anywhere. None of us were getting anywhere. And that's why sometimes I feel if they had never spoken to us about religion, imagine you're in that dark room and no one tells you the door is to your right. Maybe by accident we'd start exploring the room and we would have just, by accident come across the room, the door, because I think the door is to the left, right? I think the door is there. You can't get out of this world of pain. I know a lot of us were stuck here. Right? Aren't you stuck? If someone asks you, baby, inside, how are you? I know to other people you say, Alhamdulillah, or I can't complain, or another thing that you think it's religious to say. We think it's religious to say, Alhamdulillah, oh, I can't complain. God is all, yeah, because we think this is a religious thing to say. I know you say that. But inside, Alan, how do you feel inside? Are you happy? Are you okay? Don't you feel scared? Don't you want to get out? Isn't it too much? Isn't it too difficult? Isn't it too stressful? Do you feel appreciated? Don't you feel you need more love? Do you feel lonely? Don't you want to get out? Don't you want more? You're like, yes, I want. Honestly, damn it, man, I want. Well, what is this life? Our friends are depressed. Our friends are lonely. Our friends are scared. Some of our friends are taking their life. We're in that dark room and we're not liking it. And they keep telling us, try this. Well, it's not working. None of us goes out. At least show me one of us who managed to get out of this room and say, baby, it's possible. Baby, I found God. I'm calm. I'm happy. Now, this is what I'm saying. That way doesn't seem to be working. Why? Because it has forgotten about the actual way of getting out of this bloody dark room, and that's inner change. Inner change. Aga, read all of Quran. Pray 4,000 years. As long as it doesn't change something inside, you're not going to get out of that dark room. What is that dark room? This world, the way you see it right now. separated from God, left on your own. Even your family members may not get you. Right? It's you separate from God with all the burdens of being a human being, with no support, at least not how you can feel it. Hope. The only way for this to change, the only way for you to feel connected to God, to get out of the fear, to get out of the loneliness, to feel courage, to feel connection, to feel love, is for you to change. The world is not going to change. I mean, that love, that connection is already there. You remember earlier on we were speaking, if I'm jealous, other people will seem bad. If I'm angry, other people will seem bad. If I'm, for example, scared, everyone's about to attack me. If I'm scared, if I'm insecure, everyone's judging me. How I'm inside will change the outside world. Now the outside world feels as if I'm separated from God, feels as if there's so much pain, feels as if there's so much pressure. How can I change that? By changing my inside. If I'm insecure, the outside world seems like everyone's judging me. If I'm insecure, I look at myself in the mirror, I look ugly. Once I change that, I will look in the mirror and enjoy looking at myself. So, if you want to look at the world and see God everywhere, if you want to look at the world and feel connection, if you want to follow that verse of the Quran that says you can reach a place where la khawfun alayhim wa la yahzanun, there will be no sadness for them and no pain, what does need to change? Inside. Inside. Every single prophet, all of that came so that slowly something inside you changes. Now you see why the way sometimes we do religion is deceiving, is dangerous, because they distract you sometimes with external forms, not reminding you that the form is only valuable as long as it changes inside. So in these 20, 30, 40 years, no matter how many times you have here, instead of figuring out this one, how can I change this, you distract yourself from there. In the most important times, in the most genuine and beautiful, honest moments of your spirituality, instead of trying to see how can you change yourself, you get distracted with external forms. The night of Qadr comes after 20 days of fasting, 20 days of trying to be strong, 20 days of not surrendering towards your hunger and all of that. It's a great time. You're serious, you're devoted, right? Oh, beautiful time to make a change, to get out of that dark room. But what do they tell you? Baby, read these 40 pages. Time wasted. You had at least one night in the whole year where you were serious. You wanted to do this. You wanted some change. What do they tell you? Read these 40 pages. Read this dua, 20 pages. By the time you're done reading that, the day you don't have any energy to think, am I going to change inside or not? Night of God comes and goes. You're the same person. Inner change didn't happen. Opportunity wasted. Again, another year, stuck in that dark room. Next year, stuck in that yard. Next year, stuck in that dark room. And then it's natural. You look back and you're like, you know what? Islam is not a big deal anyway. And what does it do? We did everything. We did nights of Qadr. We did all of that. But honestly, not much happened in our life. We're as scared as any other person. Muslim, atheist, Christian, I don't know, whatever. We're all the same. Not much has happened. Well, obviously. Right? Now look at the way, for example, Lady Fatima is speaking about it. I said, Lady Fatima says, Baba, you pray to change something inside. وَالصَّلَاةَ تَنْزِيحًا عَنِ الْكِبْرِ. Right? If you look at the teachings of Ahl Bayt in the Quran, every time they could, they said, everything you do has to create a change inside. Otherwise, it's useless.